be on. I've had 3 or 4 carp on the other waggler, and I've just started chucking this out since that wind has let us really. But it's not a commercial down here. It's not commercial fishing, you know, where you get 2 or 3. You have to work it and work it. It's always been the same at Westwood. But when you do get one, oof, that's a big fish. Right, welcome to the video. You join me here at Westwood Dam, one of my favourite venues. I used to fish this all the time when I was a kid. I've been brought up on it. So today I thought I'd bring you down here, do a little bit of fishing on a pellet waggler. And I've got some new pellet wagglers to show you from Midder. So what I'm going to do is get sat on peg 23 next to the railings. It's a really good peg. So the wind's not great today. It's blowing straight towards the wall, so it might be a bit of a crosswind, but we're going to do his best. Hopefully we'll catch a few fish, and let's see how the session goes. Right, let's ooh, someone next door's got a fish all day.
Yellow criticals.
He's on the criticals, he said, so that's alright, isn't it? Right, we're down on the peg anyway. We've got set up now. I've just gone through my wagglers and what have you. What I like to do at the start of the session is get some feeding, and what I do as well is add some of this hemp oil on, because it'll give that attraction going down when you're firing them out, plus because it's a bit windy it'll make them easier. That's what I do. Pop a bit of that on, give it a shake. Job's a good one. Look, there we go. So yeah, that's first thing we do, and then I like to just feed it a few times if they don't fall out. There we go. So we'll feed it a few times before we chuck out the waggler. And you can only fish as far as the pellets go anyway. Obviously you want a little bit to chuck over the top of them, but this is basically it. Just let them know that you're there, put some bait out, make a bit of noise. We'll get attracted to that oil and scent. You can see on the water making a bit of a slick. Right, let's chuck out. So on the hook, just an 8mm pellet. I've gone through all my tackle, so let's get this chucked out. Let's see if it goes. Now normally at Westwood, if you're going to get a carp, it goes on the splash. So now what we do is we cast in, put a few pellets around it, and then we're just going to flick it, see if it goes again when we just drag it into them pellets, and it's gone. Missed it. There you go. So that's how it works. Put another pellet on. Just pop it in the edge. And fire some bait out before we go out again. A couple of pouches. Now I've just started, so I'm finding out more pellets than I want to really. And then I'm just chucking my waggler over the top of it. So at the back of them pellets. Don't sinker's line or anything like that. You just chuck in, see if it goes on the splash. If it don't go on the splash, pick your catapult up, fire a few pellets over, and then twitch it. That's all you do. So you've got to alternate this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work, but you've just got to keep alternating. It's getting a bit too windy now, look. And keep your bait going in. Make some noise so them carp know that you're here. So again, 2 pouchfuls of pellets, then chuck at the back of where you fed them pellets, because normally the carp hide over the back, or the bigger ones do. So again, that had a bite on the splash, a few pellets in, and then twitch it into the bait. And this can sometimes get you a fish as well. And it went and I missed it. So that's it, repeat the process. Two piles of bait in, cast over the top, feather it down so that your pellet falls and your waggler falls, or just a carp jump there. No bite on the splash. Few pellets in, twitch. Give it 10 seconds. Not a bite this time. And that's it. That's all you have to keep doing. Keep repeating the process. Sometimes you chuck into the feed, sometimes you chuck behind it, sometimes you chuck out with no feed. You've got to alternate and keep alternating stuff to keep getting bites on this. So we started with that reactor core waggler because of the wind, and hopefully we'll be able to change to that other waggler, the softland pellet Stubbee. We'll be able to change that in a bit, but we're just starting on the 8 gram reactor core, and I probably could change this to a 6 gram when the wind gets a bit calmer, and I'm hoping that it's going to calm down a bit, and then we'll be able to change the waggler. Try one in the pellets this time. Here we go. Dave's just had another one next door. Seems to have got one on Waggler now. Doesn't seem a big one though. So what you want to do, if you feel confident, just trap it in your leg, fire a few pellets out, keep them interested. I think it's only a small carp, this one, but you never know here at Westwood. There's some proper monsters in. See if we can get this one in then. Just see the float. It's not a bad one. Always make a daft run here. So, we've got some power in here. See if we can get him this time. Oh, we've got him. And we've got him. There we go. Nicely hooks in the side. We'll not pick him up or anything, but there he is. About £6 or £7 I would have thought. And he's just let us through, thanks for that. Right, let's get some more bait out, let's see if we can catch another one. Here we go. Few chucks in and it's gone. Let's keep some bait going. God, it's making some noise there. It's off. Let's put a couple of pouches in. Someone across reckon they've got a £20 carp. Didn't look that big from here, did it, David? But back to the waggler fishing. So I've had a few chucks on that soft, well, it's a pellet stubby, and it just takes a bit to get used to casting it. It's not like the other wagglers, not like the reactor core ones. They seem to go in a lot, well, they're a lot heavier, you see, so they're going a lot sharper. But this one goes in really soft and then it pops up straight away. Ooh. And yeah, I do think that when it's calmer, or when it's a bit flat calmer, they work very well. Takes you a little bit of time to get used to casting it. Like I said, it's not like the other wagglers, the reactor core ones, or a different pellet waggler that you cast in. And I reckon they'd be, God's sake, I reckon they'd be really good for when it's a bit more, you know, calmer like it is now, and I've chucked it out a few times. Plus, I think it'll be good for mugging. And I just think if you're mugging a few want waggler, and you see them and you chuck towards them, I think they'll be a really good tool to have in your armoury for mugging. And they come in 3 different sizes: 1 SSG, 2 SSG, 3 SSG. I think we've got the 2 one on now, which is the middle one. Maybe we could probably in the wind get away with a 3 one, the 3 SSG. Here we go, lovely big carp. I've had 3 or 4 carp on the other waggler, and I've just started chucking this out since that wind has let us, really. But it's not a commercial down here. It's not commercial fishing, you know, where you get 2 or 3, you have to work it and work it. It's always been the same at Westwood. But when you do get one, oof, that's a big fish. When you do get one, it's very rewarding. And that is a lovely fish. Looks like he's been in some wars down here. God, that was never coming out. There you go, lovely big carp. Let's just put him back. There we go. Must be what, £8, £9. There we go. Popped him straight back. So that's it. Let's carry on the process and see if we get a few more. Right, so I just thought the sun's gone down. It might not look very nice in the shade on the video, but I just thought I'd show you what I'm using. So I've got a MIDI reactor core XZ mini carp waggler rod. What I like about this is it's got a nice short butt section, so you can manoeuvre it when you're casting in and out all the time. And it's a lovely rod, nice and forgiving at the top with plenty of power, nice rings, very nice rod to be honest. And this is I think it's a 10-9, so it's round about an 11 foot in it. GFD 4000 reel with £6 line on. Very simple stuff. I don't like using £4 line and stuff like that. You only be chucking out as far as your pellets can go. So you know, if you chuck behind them, then that's fair enough. So £6 line does it for me. If you have your thicker lining, you probably get away with £8 to be honest. But if you have too thick a line, it won't cast. If you have too low diameter line, then you're going to get cracked off when you catch a few fish. So it just gives you that durability. Now I've got a float stop and then 2 float stops, and this is on a quick change swivel, and all you do is I can interchange the floats, take them off, put different ones on. So and that's what to me really. And then I've got a loop to loop, and then I have got a size 12 QC1 020 Flora crystal line, and that's just on a band. Big hook. If I were using, well, I'm using 8mm pellets today, so if I were using a 6mm pellet, I'd change it to a 14. So just go with what sort of pellet you're fishing, to which hook size that you're using basically. So I've got a 12 on 8mm pellet, seems to work absolutely fine. If it were a silver fish venue or something like that, then I probably would put a 14 with a 6mm pellet on, but that's a different day. So these are the Wagglers I'm using. Now at midday we've got the reactor core. I've been using an 8 gram one, it was windy earlier, and these seem to fly out really nice and just pop up, sit there. Perfect Wagglers to be honest, them reactor core ones. That's the 8 gram one. I've also got it in 6 and 4, I think, that one, so they're perfect. Now these are the Trickham pellet Wagglers. I've not tried these yet, but I'll certainly give them a go. And they're crystal Wagglers. I'm sure they'll fly out miles, and you can interchange these tops. You can have it with a black top on, you can put the flight on, as you say, as a dart, chuck them out, they'll go absolutely miles them. But these ones, what I really wanted to give it a go, and these are the soft land pellet stubbies, and like I said before, these come in 3 different sizes. So you've got one SSG, 2 SSG and 3 SSG. So you've got different colours. We did have the 3 SSG one on. I thought it were a 2, but we had the 3 one on. Like I said, really nice Waggler. As soon as they hit the water, they pop up. So great for fishing really. So that's what we've been catching them on, and let's get back out there and catch a few more. Right, we're in again on the Pellet Stubbee, the little Waggler, and it's perfect when it just drops that wind, and I can get it out with a nice bit of presentation, and it seems to go on. Dave next door, he's got one on. He's fishing a bomb, but they seem to come round in circles, and we get a few fish and then they go dead for a bit, and then we get a few more. But yeah, when I've got that little bit of presentation right, it seems to go, and these Wagglers just do the trick. So I think we'll call this one the last one, I think, if we can get it in. We've had some proper lumps at Westwood. I don't want to get it set up. God, my arm's killing. See if we can get it now. We don't want to. Oh, here it is. Not going that way. There's only a little lad, I think. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Another fish on. Waggler. It's only a small one, about 3 or 4 pound, 4 pound. There we go. That's it. We'll call that the end there. I'm going to catch a few more now that wind's dropped, hopefully. If I do catch some monstrous ones, I'll let you have a look. But that's it, perfect. Nice setup. Lovely when it plops in. Yeah. So that's it, I'm going to carry on. You go check them out, have a look online, they're available online or in any MIDI stockist, and I'm going to carry on fishing. So we'll see you soon. Keep on bagging. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in on the video. If you want to see more videos, hit this awesome playlist down here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you want to become a member, hit the join button. Thanks for watching the video guys. We'll see you soon. Keep on bagging.